In today's video, I'm going to be reversing Vince Carter's NBA career, meaning that he'll be starting it off with the Atlanta Hawks and ending it with the Toronto Raptors. Now, looking at this Hawks team, we've got two really good shooting guards in Steve Smith and Vince Carter, and I'd like for Vince to start in his rookie season, so I'm thinking I'm going to slide Steve Smith over to the 3. He goes up in overall, and also he's 6'8", so he should be able to make it work, and now we've got a pretty solid team. I mean, we've got Dikembe, who's over 90, Steve Smith, who's near 90 overall, and a rookie Vince Carter. Let's see if we can make some noise in VC's first season. Vince Carter's rookie season is wrapped, and he won Rookie of the Year, averaging 25-5 in his first season in the league. An absolutely great year for VC. And as a team, I mean, we were okay. We ended up winning 42 games on the season, which was barely good enough to get us into the NBA playoffs. Round number 1, we're going to be taking on the New York Knicks. They've got an older Patrick Ewing, they've also got Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, and Larry Johnson. Game number 1 of the series goes to New York, game 2 also goes to the Knicks. We're going to take game 3, and we're going to lose in 4. Remember, at this time, playoff series in the first round were only first to 3 wins instead of first to 4 wins. And Vince Carter kind of struggled a bit in his playoff debut, but it was only a couple games. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We've got one more year in Atlanta before we head to Sacramento, and Vince Carter is already up to an 88 overall for year number 2. So we've got 3 88 plus players. Unfortunately, the supporting cast kind of sucks, but hopefully Vince, Steve Smith, and Mutombo can carry. Season number 2 is wrapped. Unfortunately, Vince Carter wasn't able to make All-NBA just yet, but we did take a leap as a team, going 48-34, good enough for 4th in the Eastern Conference. And Carter was really good, averaging over 25 points per game, adding on about 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Also, he shot better from the field and from the three-point line, so a great year for VC. In round number 1, we got the Miami Heat. Hopefully we can take them down, and we will. We beat them in 5. We ended up destroying them by 30 in the pivotal game 5. Vince Carter kind of struggled in the first round and overall has struggled a bit in the playoffs, so hopefully he can pick it up. In round 2, we got the Nets, who have Stephon Marbury, Keith Van Horn, and Jason Williams. Yeah, this team is not very good, man. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to the Nets. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 goes to the Nets. Alright, my bad. I must have underestimated this team. We go ahead and we lose in 5. Vince Carter kind of looking like a playoff fraud so far in this video, man. Efficiency down, numbers down in the playoffs. You got to pick it up, VC. Vince Carter's 3rd season is going to be spent in Sacramento, where he's playing alongside guys like Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Jason Williams, Corliss Williamson. This team is super good, and VC should have a chance to compete for a championship, and he's also going to be the best player on this Kings team. One thing I'm a little bit worried about, though, he didn't end up progressing in the offseason, so hopefully that's just a fluke and he'll start getting better next year. The reason he didn't go up is because he only had 88 potential. I edited that to be 95 because Vince Carter was definitely better than an 88 overall in his prime. Season number 3 is wrapped, and we were really good this year. Vince Carter did not make All-NBA just yet, but we should see that for him soon. Anyways, we went 61-21, ending off the season on an 8-game win streak. In round number 1, we're taking on the the Vancouver Grizzlies, and we beat them in 5 games. Pretty big blowout in game 5. Now, for the regular season, VC's numbers did go down. He's starting to turn it up for the playoffs, but we do have a lot of good players on this team, so that's probably why Vince wasn't scoring as much throughout the regular season. Anyway, in round 2, we've got a challenge ahead of us. We're taking on the San Antonio Spurs with Tim Duncan. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to us. Game 2 is also going to go to us. The Spurs will take game 3 and game 4, so we're all tied up, headed into a big game 5. We've got a 2-point game here with a little over 2 minutes 30 seconds to go. Spurs have the ball. Tim Duncan's going to miss a close shot. Vlade Divac misses a close shot, and now we've got it. Ball's going to go to Vince Carter. VC working in the mid-range area, going to swing it down to Jason Williams. Williams fakes, puts up the shot, and misses it. Daniels going to get the screen from Tim Duncan. You got to watch out for Tim Duncan in that pick and roll. No, Daniels is going to pull the 3, and he misses it. Peja Stojakovic has it on the 3-point line, one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. He gives it over to Luke Longley. Now it goes to Williams. Shot clock winding down, and Jason Williams beats the buzzer with a big 3-point shot to put us up by 5. Steve Kerr gets it down to Tim Duncan in the post. Peja Stojakovic defending. Duncan fades and hits. Yeah, Tim Duncan, one of the great players of all time. Williamson working his way to the basket, and he misses the layup. Shot clock winding down. Tim Duncan's going to get the screen from Divac. The double big man pick and roll, and Duncan knocks down the mid-range. Tim Duncan just clutch and composed for the San Antonio Spurs in this big game. We haven't seen much from Vince Carter, but he's got the ball right now. Let's see if they run a play for him. He's going to get the screen up top. Carter going to pull the three, and it's good. Big shot from Vince Carter. After that big three-pointer from VC, we are up by 4 with 30 seconds to go. We can't afford to give up a bucket. Sean Elliott inbounded for San Antonio. He's going to give it into Daniels. Daniels down to Divac. Divac over to Elliott. Elliott swings it over to Kerr. Kerr down to Duncan. Beautiful pick and roll. Duncan's wide open and goes ahead and dunks it down. And now the San Antonio Spurs are going to be sending us to the free throw line. Jason Williams, first free throw is good. Second one for Jay Will is off. And now they're within 3. Three-pointer can tie this game. Steve Kerr gives it to Duncan in the mid-range. Duncan over to Elliott. Elliott fakes a couple times, pulls the 3, and he misses it. We get the rebound, and we're good. Man, that was too close for comfort in the clutch. We were able to get the win despite nobody on our team really having a fantastic game. Tim Duncan was going crazy in the clutch, but we managed to get out of there. Now we're 1 game away from the conference finals, so we're gonna get the win, and we're moving on to the first conference finals of Vince Carter's career. Now in these conference finals, we've got a tough matchup ahead of us. The Los Angeles Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to LA. Game 2 also goes to LA, and we are down 3-0. We end up getting swept. I mean, yeah, it's Shaq and Kobe, bro. What do you expect? Chris Webber really tried in game 4. He's been a beast for us, but it's not going to be enough. Shout out to Vince Carter, I guess. He was kind of selling, but it is what it is. We're on to the next team. Now Vince Carter is headed to Memphis to play for the Grizzlies, who have Mike Bibby and Sharif Abdur-Rahim. They've also got a young Shawn Marion. This team is pretty good, and Vince is going to be spending 3 seasons here in Memphis. Shout out to T-Mac, Vince Carter's cousin, taking home MVP. And look at that, Vince Carter wins Most Improved Player, averaging 27, 6, and 6 on the season on great efficiency. That was good enough to earn him a spot on the All-NBA second team as well. And we're the number 1 seed this year, 59-23. Hopefully we can make it out the first round easy, and we will. And in round 2, of course, we got to face the Lakers. I'm not too hopeful for this one, but we'll see how it goes. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to us. Game 2 goes to LA. Game 3 also goes to LA. We're going to take game 4, setting up a big game 5 with the series all tied up. And unfortunately, we're going to lose in Game 5. Despite good performances from Sharif Abdur-Rahim and VC, Kobe is just too good. And in Game 6, we're going to actually win. So we're headed to a win-or-go-home Game 7 against Kobe and the Lakers. 3-point game here, less than 2 minutes to go. We've got the lead, but the Lakers have the ball. It's going to go into Kobe Bryant. Bryant immediately in attack mode. Beautiful pass down to Daughtry, who smokes the layup. Bro, what a dime. I can't believe he sold that. Norris gonna give it to VC, who's wide open from 3, and he misses it. Come on, Vince. Bryant over to Daughtry, who shoots it from the corner and misses. He is terrible. Norris has it, gives it over to Vince Carter. Carter working his way to the basket on Ty Lue, bully ball. And that's 2 more points on the board for the Grizzlies, giving them a 5-point lead. D. Fish gives it over to Tyronn Lue, who pops a 3 and hits it. Big shot from Ty Lue. We're up by 2 points, less than a minute to go here. We need to score. We can't afford to give the ball back to the Lakers without scoring. Vince in the mid-range misses it, and now the Lakers have a chance to tie the game or take the lead if they hit a 3. Fisher over to Lue, down to Daughtry. Daughtry smokes the layup. He is terrible, man. Puts it back up, misses again. This guy might be the worst player in basketball. Dion Daughtry, 72 overall, averaging 4 points on 20% shooting 7% from 3. He is terrible. Norris gonna give it over to Marion. Marion, beautiful looking jumper, misses it. Thomas gets the rebound for us. And now the Lakers are gonna foul. Etan Thomas shooting 17% from the field in this game, but he hits the first free throw. Please hit this one for me. And he's gonna miss it. So it's a 3-point game and the Lakers have the ball. Daughtry inbounds it to Kobe. This is dangerous, man. Kobe could really game us. Bryant attacking the basket. Short jumper is good. That's a quick 2 for the Lakers. Now we're going back to the line. I feel like Vince Sanity should hit both of these. First one is good. Second one for Carter is also good. All right, so we've got a 3-point lead here, but the Lakers have the ball. They can force overtime with the 3-pointer. Bryant gonna pull, and it's good. Oh, no. And now this game is all tied up. Less than 9 seconds to go. I mean, what a shot from Bryant. Grizzlies gonna give it into Norris. Man, if you don't swing the rock, if this dude takes the shot, he gives it over to Marion, who's open for 3, and he misses it. No. This game stayed close throughout overtime. Bryant down to Shaq, and Shaq's gonna dunk it home. Vince Carter gonna get the screen up top. Carter, beautiful pick and roll. Sharif Abdur-Rahim gets a quick 2. We gotta get a stop here, which is easier said than done with Shaq and Kobe on the other team. Bryant to the basket, and he's gonna hit it. He's just unstoppable. We're down by 4 points here. We need Vince to come up with a big play for us. Abdur-Rahim to the basket, fakes, puts up the shot, and banks it home. That's a great bucket right there. Wow, he made All-NBA first team last season. That's crazy. D-Fish slows things down, gets the screen from Shaq, passes it down to Shaq, and Shaq's gonna get the layup. A little over 24 seconds to go, and we are down by 4 points. We might need a 3-pointer here. Carter working his way to the basket. VC over Ty Lue, and it's good. Now we're just gonna need a missed free throw. They're gonna inbound it to Kobe, though, so I don't like our chances. Kobe's got 47. First free throw is good. Bro, he's basically going to give us 50. Bryant's second free throw is also good. So we're down by 4 points here. Come on, Vince Carter. We need a 3. VC to the basket, out to Norris. Norris, good look, and he hits it. Big shot from Norris. All right, man, so we're within 1 point. Even if they hit both these free throws, we've got a chance to send it to double OT. First shot for D-Fish is good. D-Fish, second free throw is all net. So it is a 3-point game. We've got a chance to force double OT. Norris bringing up the ball over to Carter. Carter fakes, pulls, and he misses. No! Dude, you've got to be kidding me, man. We lost. Monster game from Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Vince was good, Marion was good, but Kobe's just better. It looks like we lost some players in the offseason as well. It's really going to be up to VC and Sharif Abdur-Rahim to get things done here in Memphis. Another season in the books, and Vince Carter doesn't make All-NBA this year. We still managed the 2nd seed though, which is huge. And Vince put up some really good numbers. I think you could definitely argue he was snubbed from All-NBA. In round number 1, we got the Houston Rockets. This should be easy, and we're gonna beat them in 5. Round 2, we got the Los Angeles Lakers, and we'll make easy work of them this time. Now we've got to take on Sacramento, Vince Carter's former team. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to Sacramento. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 goes to Sacramento. Game 4 goes to us. Game 5 goes to Sacramento. And we're going to lose in 6. Unfortunate to see us go down once again in the NBA playoffs. So far, even in his reverse career, Vince Carter has yet to win a championship, but we are only 5 years in, and this was probably his best playoff run statistically so far. We lost Sharif Abdur-Rahim this offseason. We're probably cooked. Luckily, this upcoming year is VC's last year with the Grizzlies. No All-NBA once again for Vince Carter. This year we sucked. We only won 26 games. Vince put up some solid numbers, pretty similar to what we're used to him doing, but we were terrible this year. Now Vince Carter's headed to Dallas, where he'll be playing alongside Dirk Nowitzki. This duo should be absolutely crazy. Carter's going to be spending 3 years with the Mavs. I think they should be contenders every year with the duo of him and Dirk. Vince Carter's cousin T-Mac taking home another MVP. No All-NBA once again for VC. And we weren't as good as I expected. We only won 49 games. And I think Vince is just getting snubbed from All-NBA, bro. Look at these numbers. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's get to the playoffs. I feel like we're a better team than our record suggests, but you never know. It's 2K. Round number 1, we got the Utah Jazz. We're down 3-2, and we're going to lose in 6. Vince Carter's efficiency dropped off significantly during the playoffs, and we lost. Now, of course, Vince Carter had a long NBA career where he played for a lot of teams, so he's going to have more chances to compete for a ring. But I feel like up to this point, Carter's been on a lot of contenders and has yet to reach that ultimate goal of being an NBA champion. There we go, man. Vince Carter back on All-NBA, a career high in scoring this season. And we made it into the playoffs as a 4 seed. We won 62 games, so we might be back. Round number 1, we got the Phoenix Suns. This should be light work. We go ahead and we beat them in 5. Round 2, we got the LA Clippers, and we're headed to a Game 7. I stopped it just in time. The Clippers have Hito Turkoglu, Joe Johnson, Sean Livingston, Chris Bosh, and Stephon Davidson. And we're going to get a huge dub in Game 7 behind 34 from Vince Carter, 34 from Dirk as well. VC's on a mission in these playoffs. We're headed to the conference finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. Man, Shaq has fallen off crazily. He's down to an 83 overall. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to the Lakers. Game 2 will also go to the Lakers. Game 3 is going to go to us. Game 4 is going to go to us. And we're all tied up headed into Game 5. Come on, Vince. I want to see you beat Kobe Bryant in this game. I'm kind of scared, man. It's coming down to the wire once again. We've got a 1-point game with a little over 1:40 to go. Bryant working his way to the basket. He's going to put up a floater and hit it. He's just different. One thing I noticed, Vince Carter is not in the game right now. He hasn't fouled out, though, so I guess they just haven't subbed him in just yet. I just saw him at the scorer's table, so he'll be checking in soon. In the meantime, Dirk's going to work in the post. Post fade is off. O'Neal posting up on Dirk, gives it out to Kobe, who's wide open from 3, and he hits it. Kobe is just on a different level in the clutch. Thomas swings it over to Dirk. Dirk at the top of the key. Shot clock ticks below 10 seconds. Dirk, beautiful mid-range work, and he's going to knock down the jumper. Kobe Bryant attacking the basket, swings it to Shaq. Shaq fakes, gives it back to Kobe. Kobe fakes a couple times. Over to Fisher, wide open, and he hits it. We're going to need a three-pointer here. Vince Carter just checked in the game, coming out the timeout. Butler over to Carter. Carter over to Udrih. He's going to pull the 3, fading, and he misses it. Oh my gosh, man. We can never beat Kobe and the Lakers in big games. Game 6, season on the line, and we're gonna win, so we're headed to Game 7. And we're gonna get dropped off by Kobe and the Lakers in Game 7, despite a great playoff run from Vince Carter. Dirk was really good as well, but Kobe Bryant is just better. This is going to be VC's final year with the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see if we can make it happen and win a chip. Shout out to Dirk taking home an MVP. And Vince Carter made the All-NBA third team, averaging 26, about 7 and 6 as well. And we were the second seed, winning 53 games. Round number 1, we're going to be taking on the Sacramento Kings, and we beat them in 6. So we're moving on to round 2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're all tied up at 2 apiece. Game 5 is going to go to us, and Game 6 goes to us. And of course, we have to face the Lakers again. Yeah, let's just get it over with, man. I already know Kobe's about to cook us. Oh, we actually take the first 2 games. The Lakers are going to take Game 3. We'll take Game 4, and we actually beat the Lakers to move on to the finals. Now in the finals, we got the Celtics, who have Jay Rich, Paul Pierce, Kmart, and Elton Brand. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to us. Game 2 goes to the Celtics. Game 3 is going to go to us. Game 4 goes to Boston. So we're all tied up, headed into Game 5. Vince, you need this. I'd love to see you get your first chip. Well, we lost. Vince Carter 30, 10, and 8, but it's not going to be enough. And now we're facing elimination in Game 6. We're going to win it, though. So we're 1 game away from an NBA championship here. Game 7, win or go home. And we're going home, man. We lost. We got beat. And unfortunately, Vince Carter is going to remain ringless. Jason Richardson wins Finals MVP. But now Vince Carter is going to have the best opportunity of his career, playing alongside Kevin Garnett and LeBron James. No way he doesn't win a championship here in Phoenix. Now, unfortunately, Vince is only going to be spending 1 year here, but this is still a great opportunity for VC. Kevin Garnett takes home the MVP for the Phoenix Suns. Vince Carter did not make All-NBA, but our team was stacked, so I understand. VC's numbers did go down, but this is going to give him a great chance to win a chip. Round number 1, we got the Lakers, and we're going to a Game 7. I mean, of course, Kobe's got to give us problems. Here we go, Game 7. Kobe Bryant is single-handedly ruining this man Vince Carter's legacy. He's just cooking him over and over. I know Vince has won before, but it's a bad look the amount of times he has lost to Kobe Bryant. And even with the super team, Vince Carter didn't win a ring. Now Vince Carter's going to be spending a year in Orlando, playing alongside Steve Nash and Tyson Chandler. Also, Antonio McDyess is here. This team is pretty good. We'll have to see if Vince can win a championship. Another season in the books. Vince Carter named to All-NBA third team, and we were the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, tied with the Knicks in records, so let's see what we can do. Round number 1, we're taking on the Heat. We beat them in 6. Round 2, we got the Atlanta Hawks, and we were down 3-0 and end up losing in 6. Another underwhelming playoffs for Vince Carter. What a surprise, man. Now Vince Carter is headed to New Jersey, where he's going to be spending the next 5 seasons of his NBA career before heading to Toronto. We just drafted a young Brandon Jennings, and we have a lot of solid role players, so we'll see if Vince can make some noise as the leader of this Nets team. Season is wrapped. We ended up going 43-39. Vince Carter's numbers were kind of underwhelming. I expected him to really take the lead for this team. We're the 7th seed, taking on the Boston Celtics in round number 1, and we might pull off the upset. Hold on. Okay, we beat them in 6. We're moving on to round 2. We're taking on the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons have a young KD, so I'm kind of scared. Game 1 of the series is going to go to us. Game 2 will also go to us. We're up 3-0. They're going to take Game 4 and Game 5 and Game 6. Come on, Vince. Vince better clutch up, man, because we cannot afford to blow a 3-0 lead. You can make the conference finals right now if you just win this game, Vince. Ball's gonna go down to Childress over to Carter, over to Marbury. Marbury gets the screen up top. He's working his way to the basket. Beautiful pass down to the big man who's gonna dunk it down. Edwards gonna swing it over to a wide open Stackhouse who misses the jumper. We've got a great chance here with the game tied up, and we have possession of the ball. Marbury to the basket, and he's gonna miss. Higgins gonna swing it over to Durant, who shoots a 3 and misses. Carter grabs the rebound. Marbury working his way to the basket. Man, Marbury doesn't swing the rock. What are you doing? Higgins over to McCormick, down to Durant. Durant fakes a couple times. He's gonna put up the shot, and he hits it. I swear, if Stephon Marbury walks up the floor and takes some garbage shot, I won't even know what to say. Marbury down to Poole, beautiful fake. I don't know why he didn't shoot it after the fake, but you know what? He got fouled. I mean, he had bro jumping for joy. First free throw for Poole is good. Come on, we need this one from you. Second one from Poole is off, of course. Now Durant has the ball. Let's just watch him walk up the floor and hit a 3. And yep, there it is. Watch. Oh, okay, he missed. We've got a chance. Come on, please. Don't get my hopes up for no reason. Brandon Jennings over to Carter. Man, everybody clear out. Let Vince Carter go to work. Somebody set this man a screen. There you go. There's a screen. Wide open mid-range. And he hits it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Vince. But that bucket means nothing if we don't get a stop here. Kevin Durant has the ball. Durant, he's going to hold for the last shot, it looks like. Durant to the basket, and he banks it home, because why wouldn't he bank it home? All right, bro. 2.5 seconds left in the game. I swear, y'all need to get me a bucket so we can win this game. If we blow a 3-0 lead, like really? Come on, guys. Delk inbounding the ball. Get it to Vince for the game winner. I don't want Brandon Jennings taking a game winner or something. Oh, it's, of course, Brandon Jennings from deep, and he misses because it's Brandon Jennings, dog. I mean, with all due respect, you know what I mean? But why wouldn't we give it to Vince Carter? We just blew a 3-0 lead, man. I can't believe it. Another year in New Jersey. Come on, Vince. It's time to lock in and get this championship. Brandon Jennings is up to an 80. Maybe he can be the point guard of the future for us or something. I don't know. Season is wrapped and we won 33 games. We just traded away Stephon Marbury and Keith Bogans to get the 7th overall pick, where we're going to select Nikola Vucevic. And then with the 8th overall pick, we selected Marcus Morris Sr. Woohoo! The franchise is saved. Counting this upcoming year, Vince Carter has 3 more years to spend in New Jersey. Then he's going to be headed to Toronto. Man, this dude's career was so long, it's crazy. Well, unfortunately, Vince Carter did not make All-NBA this year, and even more unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs this year. But we did land the 3rd overall pick. That is huge. And we get Bradley Beal. That's not too bad for sure. Brad Beal should be able to help us out a lot. Now, the one thing is, Bradley Beal is only 19 and Vince Carter only has 2 more years to go in Brooklyn. So I'm not sure if Beal's going to be able to develop fast enough to help us out, but we'll have to see. Well, we made it into the playoffs this year. 38 wins on the season was good enough to earn us a playoff spot. VC has been averaging pretty similar numbers for like the past 4 seasons with the Nets. Round number 1, we're taking on the Orlando Magic. And yeah, it would take some magic for us to beat them. It's time for VC's final year with the Brooklyn Nets. Let's see if they can maybe make it to the 2nd round. I don't have that high hopes. Who would have thought we were bad at basketball again? We ended off the season with a Trashterclass 12-game losing streak. But guess what? It's finally time. Vince Carter gets to leave this dumpster fire of a team. And it looks like Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady are teaming up T-Mac's getting old. I mean, Vince is even older, but I think the way we're gonna run this is we'll have T-Mac at the 3, VC at the 2, and it would be awesome to see Carter win his first championship playing alongside his cousin. That would be a cool storyline. And by the way, we've still got 6 more seasons to go, counting this upcoming one. One thing that I just noticed is Vince Carter's been making all defense. So like later in his career, randomly, he just started making these all defensive teams. So that's just something to note. I mean, kind of interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into these playoffs. We're the number 7 seed this season, 40 wins on the year. I low-key expected us to be better. Round number 1, we got the Chicago Bulls. We're up 3-2 against them, and we're going to beat them in 6. In round number 2, we're taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Hopefully, we can take them down as well. We're down 3-2, and we're headed to a Game 7. Okay, here we go. Conference Finals trip on the line. They still have AI in this sim. They've also got Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, and Brook Lopez. All right, let's see if old man Vince can finish the job. We've got a 4-point game here. We're down. There's a minute 30 to go, and the Sixers have the ball. Kyle Lowry gets the screen from Brook Lopez. Step back 3 is off. Vince, using the screen at the top of the key, has a mid-range, passes out to a wide-open Lamar Odom, who knocks down the 3. Lowry gets the screen from Lopez, pulls the midi, and misses again. Lowry must think he's playing for the Raptors. Tracy McGrady to the basket, and he's gonna get the layup to go. We're up by 1. Kyle Lowry attacking the basket, swings it over to AI. AI bank shot is good. We are down by 1 point here in the clutch, less than 30 seconds to go, and we have the ball. Vince Carter working on the smaller Iverson is gonna get the screen. Vince gonna pull the mid-range, and he hits it. What a shot from Vince Carter. We needed that. Ball's gonna go into Lowry for the Sixers. Sixers are down by 1 point here. And there was an illegal screen. Oh my goodness. We just got bailed out, bro. No way they set an illegal screen in the clutch. Or it was like an offensive 3 seconds, whatever it was. It helped us, and now we're going to the free throw line. First free throw for McGrady is good. Second one for T-Mac is also money. We're up by 3 points here, less than 9 seconds to go. Just don't let them come up the floor and hit a 3. Lopez over to Gasol, over to Lowry. Lowry from deep, and he misses it. We're good. We won. We're moving on to the conference finals. Man, I can't believe we did it. Shout out to Vince Carter. He was good in the clutch for us. And now we're moving on to face the Orlando Magic. The Magic have Nash, Tyson Chandler, Eric Gordon, Rudy Gay, and Wallace Bledsoe. Game number 1 of the series is going to go to Orlando. Game 2 also goes to the Magic. We're going to take Game 3 and Game 4. Game 5 goes to the Magic, and we lose in 6. Vince, I'm really rooting for you to win a ring, but you're getting old, and we still haven't done it yet. And Vince Carter already wants to retire. I'm going to override this. Hopefully, he doesn't want to retire once again, because then we might have to end his reverse career early. But ultimately, what that does is it really puts the pressure on him to try and win a championship this season. Because who knows, this upcoming season could be his last year in the league. But Vince is going to have to carry this year. T-Mac's starting to regress. Old man Vince still making all defensive first team and still doing his thing, putting up good numbers. Unfortunately, we were bad as a team, 38-44, not even good enough to make the playoffs. And Vince Carter is going to retire once again. I'm not allowed to override it this time, so unfortunately, that is where we're going to wrap it up. So even in his reverse career, he couldn't win an NBA championship. He had a good resume, a lot of all-star appearances, some all-NBA teams, some all-defensive teams. He even won most improved player. And we had a lot of fun moments in the hopping game. That's where I'm going to wrap up the video though. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.